G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a polio. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't been friends with these. Cause when I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there from 10 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. First down, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that plays. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Higgins. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a second down throw for Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. For the Minnesota Vikings, earlier you and I were breaking down Kirk Cousins' season and the disappointment there, but they go from 13-3 to 8-7-1, and this was a team that many thought off that 13-3 season were Super Bowl contenders. What happened?
I think they struggled with Kirk Cousins meshing in as their new starting quarterback. The offensive line had its share of troubles up front. Couldn't keep Dalvin Cook healthy.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Play fake. Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing, Cousins, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially give him 15. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. All right, let's take a peek back at last season. 7-8-1. You mentioned it earlier. They were a few breaks away from being a playoff team. Hard to believe. But now you go into the offseason for the first time in a long time, Charles, with expectations going into next year.
And how excited is everyone to actually have expectations rather than being the laughing stock of the NFL? You just mentioned they went 7-8-1, 0-16 in 2017, so everyone will take that.
It's caught at the 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. He's going to get it running right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Mayfield now on second down. Dumping it off for Johnson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
So statistically, it's just having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Throwing, Mayfield. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 29 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, the All-Pro team was announced a Friday before the playoffs started. Aaron Donald, the only unanimous choice. Let's see, the Chiefs had 4, Bears had 4. What stuck out to you about the All-Pro team?
Well, it's such a great year for Drew Brees, a quarterback from New Orleans, the #1 seed in the NFC. Yet he's only 2nd team All-Pro because Patrick Mahomes had a magical season in Kansas City and deserved to be the #1 guy. How about the Chicago Bears going from worst to first in the NFC North? 4 players making the All-Pro team led by Khalil Mack. And then when you talk about rookies, the Colts had 2 that made it in Quentin Nelson, their offensive guard, and Darius Leonard, their linebacker.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd down, Cousins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given a little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. Third down here.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. Mayfield looks to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A give. This is Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Cousins now on 2nd down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan. And you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection. So you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield. So you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Cousins. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Larry Ogunjobi. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return, it's Peppers. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead.
And he's going to go down again. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Here's Mayfield. And that is